Hello, and welcome to another whole house clean. I hope you guys are not melted into a puddle from this insane heat that we're having, because we have a lot to get done today. I'm going to show you some of my favorite current cleaning hacks and products as we go through all the rooms in the house, and I'll have a little helper along for the ride. Alright, we're going to start off here in the kitchen. Like I talk about in the beginning of most of my videos, my mental health is very highly connected to my space and my environment, and I've noticed that I like to keep on top of cleaning and organizing. So the kitchen space, if that's cleaned up, I already feel better. Like you guys know, I've had my fair share of anxiety and depression. I've talked about it on here a little bit, and those times can feel really overwhelming. And you know how chaotic life is with all the little kids running around. It can really take a toll on our mental health. I've learned that a clean and healthy environment is what really helps me. Sometimes though, we need a little bit of extra help, and that's why I'm really excited to tell you more about today's sponsor, BetterHelp. They really get us moms with busy lives. They are on a mission to make therapy more affordable and more accessible for everyone. You know how tricky it can be sometimes to find a good match in a therapist. They have a fantastic online platform that can connect you with a therapist that is a great fit for you. All it takes is a few simple questions and you can be matched up in no time. About just as much time as it takes me to clean off this counter. If your first match doesn't feel quite right, you can switch at any time. No insurance problems, no network problems. It's really easy. Our brains are a part of our bodies and they deserve treatment just like you would if you were sick and you went to the doctor. Like I said, BetterHelp is so easy to sign up and get matched with a therapist. There's a link down in my description. It is betterhelp.com/Carissa. Clicking that link helps support my channel, but it also gets you 10% off of your first month of BetterHelp so that you can connect with a therapist and hopefully get the support that you need. Thank you again to BetterHelp for supporting my channel and for sponsoring this part of the video. Again, I love you guys and I hope that you can get the support that you need. So today is a day where I've got all three girls home. Britton's taking a nap right now. The big girls just finished playing with Play-Doh, wiped that up, and they are now doing Mario Kart on the GameCube. We found our old GameCube in the basement, and they have been getting really good at it, like scary good at racing. So they're doing that. I'm gonna finish up in the kitchen. Also, how cute is this? I found this little spin mop and bucket kit for Britton. Dishwasher is empty. Now I'm just loading up those dishes that are left over from breakfast and turning on my podcast. If the girls are up doing their own thing, this is when I can listen to it usually. I'm looking forward to them going back to school because when I drop them off at school, my drives, I have to drive back and forth a lot because Charlie's preschool is a little bit of ways. But that's when I get to listen to my podcast. So I'm like looking forward to that alone time in the car. Technically Britton's there, but she doesn't have any strong preferences yet. I've got the composter there in the corner of the kitchen. So anything in these, like in the sink that has a little bit of food in it, I'll dump the extras in there before I put it in the dishwasher. And then Nick was walking around talking to me because this was his lunch hour. I noticed that the sink had just a slight bit of staining. My secret weapon for that is this Barkeeper's Friend. I like the liquid version, but there's also a powdered version. This takes care of anything that I've ever found in the sink. I don't think that this white sink is hard to take care of at all because this Barkeeper's Friend gets any little staining up. It also works great on other surfaces. Sometimes I'll use it on the oven top as well. I've also heard that it works well on stains in toilets. Like I said, secret, not so secret weapon for keeping the sink sparkly, white, and clean. If I do use that in here though, I'll come back and I'll do another scrub through with Dawn Power Wash or dish soap just so I don't leave any of that Barkeeper's Friend in the sink. While I was cleaning the kitchen, I noticed that our HelloFresh box got dropped off, so I'm gonna just unbox that, fill up the fridge with those, and then take on the oven top, which had some staining. I think Nick said that he put a new pot down and there was like maybe a sticker on the bottom that he didn't realize. So I'm going to use this stovetop cleaner, which is not my favorite. I'm honestly just trying to use up this product because I have it left over. I'm just going to give it a good scrub down with that. I know that you're supposed to let this dry, or that you can let this dry and then scrape it all off with the razor, but I don't have the patience for that usually. So I'm just giving the little tough areas an extra scrub and then wiping that all down. If I use this kind of product on the stovetop, I'll usually clean it up with the Dawn Power Wash or just a different multi-surface spray. Just to explain the next clip, the girls had pretend packed their lunch for the day because they were playing school. And when they went upstairs to play, I actually packed their lunch as a surprise because I thought that they would find that really fun.
Yay! We packed our lunch.
What did you pack?
We packed some yummy stuff. See? We packed stuff. No, wait, Mama.
They got a kick out of that. Moving on, I'm picking up all these puzzles. Charlie and I had a day together the day before, and whenever she's home, she just loves doing puzzles. She's my puzzle girl. She's doing pretty well. She's 4 years old now, and we'll do like 100, 200, 300 pieces together, and she just is obsessed. So we had done a couple puzzles the day before. We'll leave them out for a day or so and then pick them up. Also hanging around the house for the last week was this giant box, and the girls have used it for everything under the sun. Sadly, it was recycling day the next day, so I told them they needed to say goodbye. Luckily for them, we have so many boxes that come and go. Hiya. Let's see here. I'm trying to think when I started cleaning was probably about halfway through Brittany's nap. She'll sleep anywhere from an hour to 2 hours, and that's usually when I can get the most work done in the day. I think this day was closer to an hour and a half. So now that she's up, we're going to do a quick refresh of her room. Haven't picked up in here, and I noticed while I'm editing this, there's all these things under the dresser that are bothering me, and I did not see them at all when I was cleaning. My bad. I'm gonna have to go back. I'll just tell you that I'm gonna go back and go get them right now so that doesn't bother you. Anyway, gonna wipe down with the disinfectant wipes. I buy the Amazon basic because they're slightly cheaper than Lysol, but they're pretty much the same thing, except this green one. There's a lemon one and the green one. I don't love the smell of the green one. It kind of bothers me, but the lemon one's great. If you are new to the channel, I feel like I should explain a little bit. We have 3 girls. The older two you saw earlier, Charlie and Emerson, they are 6 and 4, and this is Britton. She'll be 18 months next month, and she's just learning now how to start kind of picking up, cleaning up. She really enjoys that, but she's also really, really great at undoing the cleaning. She loves dumping a basket. That's her favorite hobby, her favorite pastime, dumping baskets out and then walking away. I was working this day with her on getting her to help pick up. She loves it when you give her little tasks to do, and she's just at that great age where she'll just follow you around and do that. She's gonna be my helper for pretty much the rest of this video, you'll notice, and we love that for her. is my Dyson vacuum. I am still loving it. With the carpet, you have to put it on a lower mode because our carpet's pretty fluffy, that the strongest mode, like you cannot move the vacuum on the carpet because the suction is so strong. So I'm usually putting on the medium or the low mode for this, and I am still shocked at how much dust comes up out of this room because it doesn't look like that dirty of a room. I don't know where all the fluff is coming from. And I'll ask Britton about it, but I'm not sure if she's being honest. Vacuuming's done. Once I put everything back into place, in her room I like to spray everything down with the Clorox Free and Clear. It's Free and Clear dyes and fragrances. It's a disinfectant spray, and you just leave it on there and it will dry. You do not have to wipe it off. That's what's so great about it. Pretty much go through any basket in here of toys. This is great for playrooms and high chairs too. Britton's room always shocking with the vacuum reveal. You got so much dust and fluff? No? You don't have dust and fluff? Okay. Bringing Britton downstairs, the girls are back to doing their own thing. That's what's nice about having two that are so close together. They can entertain each other pretty well. While she's having a snack, I'm going to pull out my ultimate playroom cleanup hack. If you've never tried it, highly recommend. Just get yourself a clean broom and sweep all that to the middle of the room. I'm telling you, this is so much easier and faster than picking up one toy at a time. If you try it out, let me know. But yeah, you just sweep everything to the middle of the room. You sit down and you can grab your baskets, just organize that, and then put the baskets back where they go. Boom, done. Cue my little helper to come back in here and, you know, check on the progress. She's a little task manager. Want to make sure mommy was getting out all of her stuff done. I just want to check in with you guys, see how your week is going. I read all of your highs and lows on the last video, and you guys are celebrating some really amazing things and unfortunately going through a lot of hard times. And I just want you to know that I'm here with you and I'm reading your comments. I just want to thank you guys for leaving them, and I'm glad you feel like this is a safe space. Like I said, we are all going through things and we're in this together. So if I can help you out somehow, let me know. But I'm glad that I can just be here reading that and listening. Our highs and lows for the week. The lows are probably the insanely high temperatures. We're going to be stuck inside for the next several days. This was like the first day of the hot and humid. And like you saw, we were spending almost all of it inside. And so I'm wondering what we're going to fill the next couple days with. But that means that school is coming up here. We've really only got like another week and a half until Emmy starts. And then we can get back into that better routine that I was talking about. I'm really excited about that. That's probably going to be my high, honestly. I've never been one to really look forward to the end of summer. But this was the first summer that was pretty mentally exhausting with the kids. So I'm looking forward to that routine. I think we all do better on it. And wow, look at that before and after the playroom. I actually just went over that mat. We have a little tumble mat in there. It's a vinyl that you can wipe down. So I went over that with the wet and dry vacuum. So I'm mopping it and also sucking up all the Cheerios. Next to the playroom is our little downstairs half bath. If you didn't see the makeover of this room, I have a whole video of it I can link. And I love cleaning this room because of how easy it is. We purposefully got this toilet that is specifically called like clean, like something clean, because of how easy it is to wipe down. You'll see that there aren't any pipes or ridges on the side. It's just a straight wipe, and then the toilet seat itself pops off and you can clean that really easily. So it's almost enjoyable cleaning this bathroom just because of how simple it is.
Emerson, and this is my highs and lows. My high is going to the pool, and my low is I miss my friends.
Hey, this is Charlie. My highs or lows is that I don't have school and I go to the pool last night.
So just to clarify, both of the girls' highs were going to the pool. Nick's been taking them a lot in the evenings. And then their lows, Charlie's low is that she's not in school right now because Emerson starts about a month earlier than her. So she's a little sad that she's not going back yet. And then Emerson has been missing some of her school friends that we haven't seen very often. Back to the cleaning. Now that I've got my helper, Britton watched me mop the floor and she wanted to try out her little spin bucket, and it is so stinking cute. But I am going to take on this little area outside of the bathroom that has been bothering me for months. It's kind of gone rogue over here. This cabinet used to be over in the dining room. I pushed it over here when I did a little refresh of the dining room, and then I haven't gone through it yet. So there's just been collecting things, you know, whatever is in here. So I'm going to empty this out, kind of declutter it, throw away a bunch of the trash, and then I'm going to move it. I still haven't decided where I ultimately want it to land. I'd love to get rid of everything in here and not have to have a cabinet because I'm really loving just having open spaces, and I wanted this walkway from the dining into the playroom to be a little bit more open because it gets cluttered sometimes. It's where my wet dry vacuum lives, and then Britton will drop, you know, her little ride-on thing there, and I'm just kind of tired of pushing things out of the way, so I wanted to clear this area out. Of course, if you give a mouse a cookie or if you give a Carissa a cabinet to move, she'll find some other areas to clean. So I noticed, obviously the floor under here was pretty crummy, but the walls themselves were really dirty. They got a lot of handprints. I don't know if they show up so much on the camera, but in person, every time the light hits the wall just right, I'm like, oh, I need to wipe that wall down. So I finally took the time, since I was over in this area, to wipe down the walls. I just used a random, like the Pink Stuff multi-purpose spray, and I feel like that got it pretty well. Refilling my wet dry vacuum back up. This is the Dreamy Tech one. I think it's the H10 Pro maybe. I will have it linked down below. I have two of the wet dry vacuums. One was sent to me, one that I bought and I've had them both for several months now, and I love them both. They're just slightly different in the features that they have, but they both do a really great job. A lot of the questions I get are about comparison, and it's kind of hard to compare them, I would say, because one is more expensive, so it has more features, and that is this one. This is the Dreamy Tech one, and I will vary in which one I'll use, but this one I've been using a lot lately because it has the edge-to-edge roller, so it can get right up next to that baseboard, hug the baseboard really tight, and get all of the crumbs. That's what I like about this one, and the tank is a little bit bigger. And this one also dries itself. So like I said, the other one I have is a great option as well. That is the Tenneco wet dry vacuum. I don't know off the top of my head the model that it is, but I'll have the link down below. And it is a great option, a more affordable option than this one. It doesn't dry itself, but you can take out the roller and just set it off to the side to dry. And then it also has like the powerful suction mode versus just an automatic suction mode. They both self-propel as well, which is really nice. It feels like you're doing so little work, especially because I pull this out multiple times a day to clean up after every meal with Brit, she's a food thrower, and this can suck up every food that she throws. So wet dry vacuums are saving my sanity. They are so amazing, and pretty much you just need to stay on top of emptying out the tank. If you empty it after every time you use it, it's not going to get that gross, just like you would your mop water. So I'm a big fan of wet dry vacuums, and if you have any more questions about them, leave them down below and I'm happy to answer them because I like both of the models that I have. nearing the end of the day. When it started, this living room was picked up and I didn't think I was gonna have to film in here, but just because everyone was kind of hanging around this room, there's just a little bit to tidy now. It's almost dinner time for the girls. They're over there on FaceTime with my mom. This is a pretty realistic look at a cleaning day. We took a couple breaks in there, but really I feel like I've been cleaning since Britton's nap and I am ready to be done. My feet are sore. Normally on days that I'm not trying to clean everything all at once, I'll pick one area and focus on that, or film a little Instagram reel or TikTok of that one spot. One last thing to do in this room is just vacuum up that rug, and it's usually the most satisfying because this is where the most dog hair collects. Most of the day, Gilmore spends down in the basement with Nick because that's where he works and he likes to be right by Dad's side. But end of the day and any other like in between breaks, he loves laying right by these couches. So I'll turn on the boost mode for this rug and show you what we pick up from that. Also, Brit's usually over here with Cheerios, Goldfish, what have you. And so there's usually a good amount coming up from this rug, and the Dyson does a really good job. Britton decided to just come in this room and chuck her applesauce pouch and cap on the ground for whatever reason. So I asked her to pick it up and she did, and she walked it all the way back to the trash can and threw it away, which was super cute. But also that girl is she's just crazy sometimes. Love her though. I'm gonna call it a day now because I gotta go make dinner for the girls. The girls did their bedroom yesterday. Guest room's picked up. Britton's room's picked up. Our room's picked up. So almost every room's clean. We did good today, guys. Hope you got some good motivation.